Right now, while bombs are falling halfway around the world and the Middle East is being redrawn overnight, something just as dangerous is quietly building right here at home, and most Americans have absolutely no idea it is coming. We are talking about a flooding catastrophe that is about to slam the south-central United States all the way through the Ohio Valley, and the window to prepare is closing fast. Stay with me through the next 5 minutes because at the 5-minute mark, I am going to give you the exact timing for your city when this hits, when it peaks, and when it ends. Do not skip ahead. The setup is everything. Let me start with a number that stopped me cold this morning. Over the next 7 days alone, some areas are looking at 4 to 6 inches of rainfall on top of ground that is already saturated. 4 to 6 inches in 7 days does not sound like much until you realize it is arriving on top of soil that cannot absorb a single additional drop. That is not rain. That is a bathtub overflowing with nowhere for the water to go. Here is what is actually happening with this weather pattern, and pay close attention because this is the part nobody else is telling you. We have a high-pressure system swinging massive amounts of Gulf moisture northward in repeated waves, not one storm, not two storms, but multiple rounds of heavy rain stacking on top of each other across the same geography from now through the first half of March. And simultaneously, as the United States military is conducting Operation Epic Fury halfway around the world against Iran, oil markets are jittering, supply chain concerns are rising, and the last thing this country needs right now is a domestic agricultural catastrophe on top of a geopolitical crisis. But that is exactly what is developing. Crop fields in Arkansas, Tennessee, Missouri, Indiana, and Ohio are about to go underwater. Farmers, this is your warning. Now let me talk about the wintry side first, so we can clear the air on all the hype you have been seeing online. Are there going to be massive snowstorms? No, the National Weather Service is not showing it. The European model is not showing it. What you have is a brief window of freezing rain and a light wintry mix. For Northern Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania, Monday evening into Tuesday brings that freezing rain transition, about a 20% chance of minor impacts Monday night, building to 60 to 70% chance of minor impacts by Tuesday evening into Wednesday. In the higher elevations of the Rockies, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, and Utah, yes, heavy snow is coming, and for New England, 2 to 3 inches of snowfall is realistic by Tuesday into Wednesday. That is it. Anyone telling you a massive blizzard is on the way is not being honest with you. Now here is your plot twist, and this one matters. The threat most people are focused on, the snow, is actually the least dangerous part of this entire weather pattern. The real emergency is the flooding, and it starts Wednesday. Wednesday is day 1 of severe weather across the South. Damaging winds and large hail are the primary threats for cities including Shreveport, Louisiana, Texarkana, Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, Jackson, Mississippi, and Birmingham, Alabama. The slight risk from the National Weather Service on Wednesday extends further than most people realize, all the way through Oklahoma and into western Arkansas. Colorado State University models are showing a marginal risk reaching all the way toward the Ohio Valley on that same day. Comment below right now with the city or state you are in, and I will tell you exactly what your risk level looks like. Then Thursday brings the bridge between Wednesday as severe weather and Friday as larger and more dangerous storm system. A surface low is building across the Central Plains. By Friday, the severe weather threat shifts and grows Texas through Missouri, eastern Kansas, and everywhere in between. Large hail and damaging wind gusts are likely. But here is what makes Friday different. There is also a real potential for tornadoes. Not a tornado watch, not a watch box sitting somewhere distant from you. Actual tornado potential across a corridor that includes Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, Kansas City, Springfield, Missouri, and Joplin. If you live anywhere in that corridor, Friday is your highest risk day for rotating storms. Now, I promised you at the start of this video that at the 5-minute mark, I would give you exact timing for your city. Here we go. Let me walk through this region by region. For northeastern Texas cities, including Tyler, Longview, Texarkana, and Lufkin, severe weather begins Wednesday afternoon, peaks Wednesday evening between 4 and 9 in the evening, and the heavy flooding rain arrives Thursday through Saturday, peaking Thursday night into Friday morning. Peak rainfall totals for this zone, 3 to 5 inches over 72 hours. For northern Louisiana, Shreveport, Monroe, Ruston. The severe weather window is Wednesday afternoon into the evening. Flooding rain arrives Thursday, peaks Friday, and continues through the weekend. Rainfall totals of 4 inches or more are possible. For Arkansas, Little Rock, Fort Smith, Fayetteville, Jonesboro, Pine Bluff. Severe weather threat Wednesday. Flooding begins Thursday and does not end until Sunday at the earliest. This is a high-risk flooding zone. For Tennessee, Memphis, Jackson, Nashville, Clarksville, Murfreesboro, flooding begins Thursday night and peaks Friday through Saturday. Nashville could see 2 to 4 inches of rain in a very short window. The ground cannot handle it. For Mississippi, Oxford, Tupelo, Columbus, Corinth, flooding begins Thursday, peaks Friday. 2 to 3 inches of rainfall on already saturated soil. For Missouri, St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield, Joplin, Columbia, severe weather Friday. Tornadoes possible Friday afternoon into the evening. Flooding continues through the weekend. For Kentucky, Paducah, Bowling Green, Owensboro, Louisville, flooding begins Friday. Peak Saturday. Western Kentucky is in the high-risk flooding corridor. For Indiana, Evansville, Terre Haute, Indianapolis, Bloomington, flooding arrives Friday night into Saturday. Central and southern Indiana face moderate to high flooding risk. For Illinois, Chicago, Springfield, Peoria, Carbondale, Rockford, severe weather possible Friday. Flooding Saturday into Sunday. Southern Illinois is the highest risk zone. For Ohio, Cincinnati, Columbus, Dayton, Toledo, Cleveland, flooding arrives Saturday. Peaks Saturday night into Sunday. The Ohio River is already elevated. Additional rainfall is extremely dangerous for communities along that river corridor. For the Northeast, Philadelphia, New York City, Boston, Providence, Hartford, Albany, Buffalo. The primary threat Monday night through Wednesday is freezing rain and a light wintry mix. Snowfall accumulations of 2 to 3 inches are realistic for interior New England. This is not a major snow event. But the ice transition is real, and travel impacts are possible Tuesday morning. For Texas broadly, Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Abilene, Lubbock, Corpus Christi, severe weather begins Wednesday. The Dallas and Fort Worth area faces the most significant tornado risk Friday. Houston and southeast Texas face a heavy rain and flooding threat Thursday through Saturday with possible totals of 3 to 5 inches. For the Ohio Valley broadly, this is where the flooding risk map turns dark green, which means high risk. Communities along rivers including the Ohio, the Tennessee, the Cumberland, the Arkansas, and the Mississippi need to watch their local river gauges starting Thursday and continuing through the weekend. Now here is the piece of information I want you to lock into your memory before this video ends. This is not one weather event. This pattern is going to continue beyond just the next 7 days. The European model ensemble data is showing that high pressure continues to funnel above average precipitation into this same geographic zone well beyond the 7-day window. We are talking about multiple rounds. This is not a storm you wait out and then go back to normal. This is a sustained period of flooding risk for the south-central United States and the Ohio Valley through the first half of March. We are also in a significant drought across parts of this region. The rain is needed, but too much too fast does not end the drought. It causes flash floods, washes away topsoil, destroys crops, floods roads, and overwhelms drainage systems. Farmers with fields in northeastern Texas, northern Louisiana, Arkansas, northern Mississippi, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, southern Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio, you need to make decisions in the next 48 hours. Move equipment, check drainage, plan for the worst. For everyone else, do not wait for the water to be at your door. Watch your local river gauges starting Wednesday night. Do not drive through flooded roads. 6 inches of moving water can knock a person down. 12 inches of moving water can carry a vehicle away. That is not a warning to scare you. That is physics. And here is what I want you to take into the rest of your Sunday. The world right now feels chaotic. War in the Middle East, geopolitical uncertainty, financial markets shifting hour by hour. The one thing you can control is your preparation for what is coming to your neighborhood. The flooding threat developing right now is going to be one of the biggest weather stories of early March, and I am telling you about it before it happens, not after. In my next video, I am going to update you on the tornado potential for Friday and give you a detailed breakdown of which river gauges you need to be watching and exactly at what level you need to take action. You do not want to miss that one. Drop your city in the comments right now and stay with me. This pattern is not done developing and